Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Lillia, and I'll be facing off against the Grand Heist. I am fully expecting things to go extremely well. After all, Lillia is such a strong champion, so there's no way things could be a struggle. In theory, all our powers are geared toward making this adventure specifically quite a breeze, especially our items or relic setup. Double Guardian's Orb because they're amazing on Lillia. We summon Lillia a bunch of times, get a bunch of epic items on the cards in our deck, and the Stalker's Blade because we need to keep control of the board, otherwise we die. Just a very simple game plan. Xerath, Vex, or Diana. I don't think it really matters all that much what we pick here. Honestly, the fact that Ally has the Last Breath effect is probably, or the Last Breath effect rally is probably the deciding factor between all of these, or between all of these and rerolling. Because now we can go ahead and rally for basically free on the opponent's turn. Treacherous Terrain, Fuse is lit, fast deal. Treacherous Terrain, I think is for the best. It helps slow down the opponent, which is a necessity. Normally I wouldn't pick this, but the fact that it has Norristy helps us with board presence. Bull Shark is cheap enough. Existential Dread. If only this was a fast speed spell, I would actually pick it up. But since it's slow, it's a no for me. Duran Sculptor, Portal Scholar. Let's skip. All of these are all terrible. Can I get a good draft? I guess I'm picking up the Nopa fight just in case. Pokestick is a decent card. I'm going to pick up the Pokestick. Sparring Student with Focusing Crystal. That should be decent enough. All of these are terrible. Now, let's reroll. Draft this time around is very poor. I'm going to pick up the Thread the Needle? No, let's pick up the Rekindler. Return a fast or slow spell to hand, or destroy units with equipment, draw one, I guess. And we have Kyrian Sunporker. What a mess of a deck. Definitely want to cut the Family Reunion because it's slow. Want to get rid of the Rekindler probably. And Nopify. I don't really know how many spells the opponent have in the deck, or what kind of spells they have, but I'm pretty sure that 3 cost spells are not something I should be concerned about. Well, at least we got double Lillia, so we can go for some fancy plays here. Let's just sleep the Lillias so I can get more Lillias or more epic items on my cards next turn and be done. for the turn. How would I even do this? Kyrian Sump Worker? Pokey Stick? I'm going for the Kyrian Sump Worker. Okay, didn't expect it to remain you know, vulnerable. What do I even do in this situation? I think I have to wait for the opponent to attack, and then I just do this. I take 17, but as long as I'm still alive, it should be alright. Next turn I get another Lillia, proc. I can go for this now, it's a heal, and I summon a Spriteling. Or I can just go for another Lillia. I think going for more Lillias is correct. Pokey Stick summons 2 1-cost champions. Ally has a billion items on it. Let's just go for the Pokey Stick and then Ally. Let's do that there. It's not going to matter. At least I don't think it will. Let's give that unit Gloom. And now I can actually, with Lily leveled up, I can actually go for this and stun that unit, and then go for an attack with everything. In fact, I'll go for an attack with these two first, and then I'll attack with everything else. And just like that, I won. Honestly, for a first encounter I lost, what, 17 damage? Or 17 health? That's about on par with what you would expect from this first encounter. It's just very rough. Well, time to start trimming down this deck. Can't afford to carry all this crap with me. Let's get rid of the Rekindler because it's too slow. And then we'll go for the Spiring Chronomancer because the other encounter is very aggressive, or at the very least it's more aggressive. Makes it a bit harder to play for our game plan. There's a Lillia. I was worried about not getting one. And none of... okay, this Kyrian Sump Worker actually got some items on it. Now what do I do this turn? Honestly, I'm definitely tempted to just do this. and then summon another Lillia.
Let's face the world straight together, please. Or Mother Tree.
Get even more items going. And there goes my Lillia. Well, at least I'll get her back in 2 turns.
Where things are strong.
That's a rally. But that's a rally as well. Let's go for this attack first.
We're wasting time.
Then we'll
Needs our help.
go for 1 rally. Yeah, we'll go for ally for the rally.
Be cautious.
And from here we'll drop down the Kyrian Sump Workers. We'll go for the sparring students because I'm going to be able to grow them.
It's not safe.
Just like so.
Whoopsie, Lily.
And then next turn, depending on what he does, I might be able to rally. It's all based on whether or not he attacks and kills one of the units that has the banner. Wow, that's a buffed up Nopify. Well, with 2 Lilies on board, I can just infinitely remove whatever is summoned, so I'm under no threat right now. And just like that, game over. The opponent's struggling a little bit, but it wasn't enough. Now, Reap, Marai Warden, Inspiring Mentor. Let's pick up the Reap, I guess. Just because it has an epic item on it already. Family Reunion, Coastal Defender. Obviously, we're picking up the power. But other than that, I think we'll just move on. Twisted Fate, Action, Set. Twisted Fate is the best choice. We do a little bit of targeting of my own units, but I want to go for Lillia on the first turn anyway, so I don't need the action. And that is way too situational, so that leaves us with the generally good option, Twisted Fate. This encounter is going to be a problem though. The opponent going ahead and capturing my units on attack might result in me taking a little bit too much damage.
I deal in coins and carnage.
Well, at least with the family reunion on board, the opponent's units should be severely hampered. Even if he goes ahead and captures my Lily, that's fine, because I can force his units to sleep. Yeah, let's double up on the Pearl Shark because I don't feel comfortable doubling up on anything else. Do I nopify this? I don't think I'll have another better spell to nopify. You know what? It's a great thing that he went ahead and captured with the Bubble Bear. If he captured with the Sheriff Lariat Rose, it would have been worse for me because I wouldn't have been able to remove it from the board right away. Let's attack with everything. Make sure that Lucian goes last because I want him to level up.
Got some fighting, yeah.
He doesn't level up. I thought for sure the opponent was going to have some sort of removal or literally anything else,
I will protect you.
but I suppose I was wrong. Have I played a unit this turn? No, not really. That means this is a rally effect, right? Yep, I was right. If I was paying attention, I should have kept Lillia on board then.
Stand down.
It's alright. I can just go ahead and heal myself up a little bit. Deal 1 damage to the opponent's Nexus. Ooh. Maybe I'll be able to kill the opponent with just the Pokey Stick. Never mind. No more Pokey Sticks for me.
Dreams big and small. I'll carry them home. Where things are strong.
But hey, I can go for a rally this turn. And I can close out the game then. Yeah. Whatever you say, opponent.
Style is a stylish life.
Poor guy couldn't even answer properly.
Dream well.
Honestly deserved. I have been screwed by this encounter one too many times. Twisted Fate. I guess we'll take the gold. I didn't even pay attention to what the reward after the encounters was. We don't really need the gold. Art of the Tree. I don't really like it. I'm tempted to cut it from the deck. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make our deck extremely consistent. That's a decent enough hand. Now I just have to survive until the landmark counts down, because I'm fairly certain that we won't be able to properly deal 888 damage. Aren't you drawing a little bit too many cards, opponent? That unit already has Overwhelm. Well, I suppose I'll do this. Oops. I chose the wrong option, I wasn't paying attention. That's what I get for instantly clicking cards. Well then. I'll attack anyway. Soften up the opponent's unit to be killed next turn once I bring Lillia back. Lillia gets saved from the time bomb. And now the clocklings begin. Vex is free. Yeah, let's summon Vex. I haven't played Vex once this game or this adventure.
Far away from here.
That's fine. Not that scary of a turn.
Check out these.
I think I'll definitely have the time to duplicate Lillia a whole lot. Well, I suppose that with the sparring student with double focusing crystal, maybe I'll reach a point where I can take on the opponent's health bar. Clockling. Well, let's attack then.
Everything is misery.
When you summon another carrion sump worker, another. It's not this one. Well, I'll still try it out, see if it works. If this thing turns into a... If this thing turns into a carrion or a Sumpworks posse or not, or whatever the transformation is called. Let's pass. Yep, it doesn't work. It does say another.
You are not welcome here. A little seamless does wonders.
Well, at least now Lillia is leveled up, so I can go ahead and go for some explosive turns. In fact, I can rally off of the ally. I think I'll do it. Even if the opponent gets this little clockwork curator back.
Despite your best attempts, silly. Buttons.
I rally. The opponent's attacking me, which is frightening. But fortunately I can just do this and not have to worry about his attack anymore.
I hate it here.
Let's attack with everything. See if the opponent blocks the ally or not.
You're welcome.
It doesn't. Well, that's fine. It's taking way too much damage. The sparring students are getting massive. Vex is close to leveling up. I have a lot of cards in hand, but the majority of them don't do anything, which is annoying.
Everything is misery.
Well, this is a rally. So I think going ahead and removing as many units from the opponent's board as possible is correct. Namely that large one. Ooh, I ended up losing Lillia. That might be a blunder. Let's hope that I didn't screw myself. Let's try to draw into an out. Wait. I got an attack token. Really? Why? Where did that come from? I don't understand, but sure, I'll take it.
I'll make your midnight dreary. You're welcome.
The opponent takes all the damage because he has too much health to care. The opponent's board. How threatening is it? Not much. Let's pass. Let the opponent do whatever he wants. We need to play 3 here. It would be nice if the opponent went ahead and attacked me. He might attack me here. I'll go ahead and go for the 3 anyway. 6? Where the hell do I have a 6 cost card in hand? I don't. That's the thing. I guess we have to wait for the next turn. 3 cost card. This is a 3, yet again. He must really like the blooming buds. Wasn't Lillia 3? I guess it was discounted, so it didn't count. So let's get rid of that thing. Another 3? Really? Now it's just becoming annoying. Where do I find another 3? That's another 3. I accept it costs 0. How unfortunate. Well then, let's attack like so. It doesn't proc the scout attack. That's good. Let's sleep the Lillia. We'll get another strike next turn. The opponent isn't playing any spells that I can counter, so those 2 cards being discarded is fine. At least I hope it's fine.
Now this game's heating up.
I might end up backing myself out. That's the unfortunate part. Do I just throw TF to the gutter in order to prevent myself from decking out from TF? I think this is the correct choice. And let's family reunion. Work on lowering that Clockling's stat total. Slowly but surely I'll get there, hopefully. Whatever cards are in that bottom 5 are definitely getting a bunch of items. You know what, let's do this just to release 1 unit into the opponent's full board. It's a way to permanently get rid of it. And now another 3. Man, if it wasn't a 3, it was a card I didn't have in hand. Good thing it's over. It was getting increasingly difficult to keep control of the opponent's board. Skirmish Saber. I suppose it helps pick the things Lillia trades into. Unlimited power. I guess we're picking high cost spells. Though it's a little bit late for that. I'll still probably hit a shop or two on the way to the Ezreal. And we, even if we don't benefit from the full 10 mana cost reduction, even something like getting an extra spell out per turn is fine.
Together dreams. Fun, fantasy. Others free.
Sun's beneath me and winds behind me.
4 mana, I'll risk it. And I shouldn't have risked it. The opponent had more than enough to debuff my Lillia to the point where it dies. Fortunately, I have options. Let's make use of the free spell per turn. Except it would have been free anyway, because of the power riff. Alright, it stays debuffed. Except it's -2 from the exhaust because it stays debuffed, and then it's -4 from all the things the opponent has in the board, from all the landmarks. Let's go for the Twisted Fate, stun the opponent's Heist unit. Try to go ahead and
All that glitters.
clear the opponent's board. I haven't been paying attention to the opponent's health total, but yeah, he's increasingly closer to going ahead and hitting his win condition. That's very frightening. Fortunately, I have a backup Lillia. Even then, I don't really have a lot to threaten the board.
Dreams bloom where hope takes root.
Well, at the very least, this Lily is going to deal a bit of damage to the opponent. Or maybe not, because the opponent just summoned even more Roiling Sands. Honestly, I'm sleeping that thing because I want to go for a Carrion Sump Worker or Green Glade Duo. I think the Green Glade Duo is the correct choice. Or maybe the Ally. I'm going for the Ally. Impact or Gloom or Spirit. Let's go for Spirit. I think I need the extra stats. Turns out it doesn't matter.
Lady Luck is smiling.
1 damage. Yeah, this... I think this works. I hope this works. Then again, the simple matter of fact is I didn't deal enough damage to the opponent and he wins here. Or maybe not. Maybe I misinterpreted how the opponent's power worked. I guess it's a possibility.
The Yordle here's with me.
There goes my Twisted Fate. And that thing is going to get buffed up, which is annoying. Well, at least the opponent no longer has an attack token. And I'm getting an increasingly larger board of elusive units, so maybe I'm safe. Round end, okay, round end if the foe has 80 plus Nexus health. So he brought about his own doom because he decided that he didn't, he wanted me to rally. Okay, weird decision from the opponent, but if he says so, let's keep the Vex on board, shall we? It's kind of crappy, but as long as the opponent doesn't get too much Nexus health, it's alright. Now I have a massive Vex and I have a spell that can kind of counter whatever the opponent might throw at me, or at least another Sandstorm. I need to get rid of the Nopifies. They have gotten 0 value throughout this entire adventure so far, and there's no way they are going to get value against the next few encounters.
Sand and trouble far as the eye can see. The Yordle here's with me.
I'm just playing the green late duos. Oh, I wanted the green late duos to act as sort of baits for the opponent to use removal on, but I guess since he had a explosive minefield it didn't matter. I wanted to keep the removal away from the Vex. He has 4 cards left in deck. Now that I'm only realizing that now. Well, he has been drawing a lot. Is Vex... I think Vex is elusive by default, so me letting Vex perish here is good, because I get to summon a Vex that rallies and then proceeds to go ahead and do this.
Where are you going?
Which sets me up to deal 15 damage with my green glade duos, and then next turn with the Vex I deal the remaining points of damage. Or at least I hope it turns out that way that I'm envisioning. How does the opponent deal with this? It doesn't. Finally. Eventually the opponent would run out of answers, right? But that's definitely the longest I've spent on that encounter. The opponent has a lot of good style options. It's a very neat control deck. And the fact that he wins if he just goes up past a certain threshold of health is really complementary with the game plan he's going for there. Memory game is going to be great. It will allow me to go for even more Lilias. I have Lillia, so I don't need anything else. I'm certain I can beat the opponent even if he goes ahead and summons a Dawn's follower right here.
Bloom their hope to trees. A little dream does the
He didn't. Is it only followers? The player plays their first unit. No, it's not just
know how to use it.
it's not just followers, it's units in general. So I don't understand why the opponent has been getting so extremely unlucky on the first turn for the last couple of encounters, but I'll take it. Unfortunate part is that I didn't reduce the cost of the Dream Laden bow enough to
Beneath me, and winds behind
go ahead and put it at 0, but it's fine. I'm just going to blooming but that thing.
Quiet ye.
I'm going to summon a Vex.
Even the gleam
I'm going to clear the opponent's entire board.
As long as they take me far, far away from here.
Just like that.
if I can save a life.
I didn't rally. I was convinced that I was going to rally. My bad. Well, I guess Lillia dies here. Either that or a Vex.
I must fight.
Okay, Vex dies here. I'll take it. It's just 5 damage. Let's not attack. Do I want Vex or do I want something else? I can also just attack with the Lily first.
don't trip.
Honestly, let's play towards a slower game plan, shall we?
I'm always up for a round or two.
Try to work towards
Watch the ball.
going ahead and buffing up our units a bunch of times with Lilia's effect.
Where things are strong. A little dream does
Try to keep control of the opponent's board somehow. I can go ahead and do this, deny the overwhelm there, jump block all of these, and I'll jump block this too. Actually, it doesn't matter because that thing has overwhelm. So I guess we're taking the 8. I could have gone for the Reap though. My bad. I could have taken 2 less health in damage. Let's sleep the Lillia. I'm going to summon this Lillia.
Let's face the world straight together, dreams. Or that, a little
Ooh, Lilia's elusive.
and small.
Now I have a win condition. I'll just go under the opponent's units with Lillia. Just let's get rid of that thing. I suppose I'll summon a sparring student, start growing him. Like duo.
Hang on, buzzball.
You know what? The elusive double attacker is better than the double attacker that doesn't have elusive. I think I win next turn. Get 2 procs from Lillia. We have a substantial board. He can't deal with it, and he can't block it. So it's just a win. Yep. Never mind, the opponent has options. Unfortunately. Let's just cycle the Lilias then. Maybe I'll get enough buffs on the green lane duos in order to allow them to win. Every time I summon a Lily, it's +4 attack across the board. So yeah, this is enough. Let's keep going. Let's add insult to injury to the opponent. This is your own fault, opponent. You shouldn't have denied me my attack. Savage Shield, Inferor Hatchling, Sign In. I guess we're going Savage Shield on Vex and hoping I don't draw it. Gearing up. I'm not really feeling the gearing up. Let's get something else. Phalanx. Okay, I'll take it. Maybe it will be relevant. Imperium Dance. Sure, might be extremely expensive, but thanks to our power, we're going to be able to play it quite consistently. And let's get rid of the Nopeify because I have hit a grand total of 0 spells this adventure with that thing. It's been a death card every turn. As it turns out, a lot of the cheap spells the opponents play in this adventure are not fast or slow speed, they're just burst speed. Lillia, great, very good. Summoning Lillia here removes the Deathless immediately, which kind of messes up the opponent's plan of just duplicating Ezreal a bunch of times. Yeah, this is great. There goes one of the opponent's Ezreals. And I suppose I'll grant an enemy to Bloom. Actually no, let's Dreamladen Bow first. Now Lillia has a barrier for next turn, and now I go for the Reap. It might waste the epic item, but I'm doing it for the reduction on damage taken. Lockling. Lillia can trade favorably into it. Sure. Oh no. Is he going to curse off the 2 me 3 times and end up dealing a billion damage? You know what? Your Clockling now has 0 attack. Have fun. Vex. Or something else. Let's drop down the Vex. Get that down nice and early. Remove 2 of the opponent's units right away. And I can grant an enemy an additional 2 Gloom in order to further reduce the amount of damage I take. Let's attack. And then we'll Dreamladen Bow the Lillia. Ooh, I have another Lily in hand. Great. The Lilias have very dangerous units inside of them. I sure hope the opponent doesn't have removal for them. I just did that to get that unit onto the board, and because I didn't feel like having a ticking time bomb inside something that's that small. Ooh, finally! We're going to be able to counter something with the puzzling signpost for the first time in this run. I knew that thing was better than the Nopify.
Everything is awful.
I
Uh,
know how to use this.
we can do this. Ensure the maximum amount of damage is dealt.
I'll make your midnight dreary.
And let's sleep the Lilias in order to allow them to retain the buffs or the keyword buffs they got here. Ooh, another Lilia. Sure, I'll play it. The more the merrier.
You are not welcome here.
And sure, I'll do this. Keep buffing up my units. Maybe I should have done that on the Lilia, get even more value out of her, but this is still fine. I wonder what card has been getting all of the items, because it doesn't seem like Pokéstick has that many items on it. Let's block there.
Mother tree.
Ooh, double Spirit Fire. Very frightening indeed. Fortunately, I have options, opponent, and now my Lilia is protected. Same thing with my Vex,
Wonders.
and same thing with my lowest health sparring student. That's not a problem. Let's just ping that down. Get a bunch of epic items on my Vex. Sure, I'll remove that from the board. Just really rub it into the opponent's face that he has lost, and he can't do anything about it. Okay, I was worried for a second. I thought the opponent was going to have some form of answer to my attack, but he didn't. And it turns out this adventure was as easy as I thought it would be. Well, Lily is very strong, so... But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.